Welcome to my channel, All for Health with Jane. Family, the Senzo Meyiwa Trial is still on. We're still having Pinky Vithalingham with the Vodacom forensic cell phone analyst on the witness stand. Advocate Sibanda is the one who is still leading Pinky on her evidence in chief. As they are doing that, they are being interrupted by Attorney Ramosepele, who shows dissatisfaction about one of the numbers that is being presented by Advocate Sibanda, as he is busy leading Pinky in her evidence in chief. Attorney Ramosepele says he's not happy about that number, that Advocate Sibanda is keeping on repeating that it belongs to accused number 2 when it does not. According to him, that number belongs to an ex-girlfriend of accused number 2. It doesn't belong to Ntanzi. He further says they once requested for a RICA report from Colonel Stein, but it was never furnished to them. A report on this number that proves that this number does not belong to Ntanzi, but instead it belongs to one of Ntanzi's ex-girlfriends. Rata wants to know how many girlfriends does Ntanzi have, how many girlfriends of Ntanzi does Advocate Sibanda know. You know, it becomes a joke to the court, as he is asking Advocate Sibanda about that number. And Advocate Sibanda says he only knows one who is on record. So the other one that Attorney Ramosepele is talking about, Sibanda says he doesn't know about that other girlfriend. Family, let's listen to this clip. Please listen to it to the end.
Okay. So, if I may interject. I've allowed this process to go on as far as it can. If we have a look at the annexure that is cross-referenced to the exhibit that my learned colleague is talking about, that is annexure to exhibit DD5. According to the evidence of Colonel House, the call data or the phone book that is related to this exhibit, annexure 3, from which the reference has been made, refers to the number 2772-505-7056. Yet my colleague is asking about 6890, the number ending with 6890. This is not the call data relating to 6890, it's the call data relating to 7056. If I may clarify, it seems my learned colleague is lost. My learned colleague is asking, for example, on the 26th of October 2020 at 16:40:29, 6890 made a call and received a call from 6750. Then he'll cross-reference to index 149, which reflects GOGO. Yet that annexure that he refers to, according to host, the annexure related to the download of the phone number 2772-505-7056, not the number ending with 6890 that my learned colleague is talking about.
Yes, sir. What's your response?
My Lord, I am only focusing on the phone book to extract the names of the people appearing as on this phone book. Whether it was taken from which other phone number, to me, it does not take the case any further. I'm focusing on the names vis-a-vis the section 205.
As he says, you are quoting the incorrect numbers.
Yes. Incorrect numbers.
Yeah, that's what he said. Can you sort
my Lord,
that out?
What is happening is that, my Lord will remember, for background purposes, we've admitted that the number ending with 6890 belongs to accused number 2. Now, the number ending where the names of the people that he wants to correlate to the transactions, the number 072-505-7056, we said this is the number that we know that it belongs to the ex-girlfriend. It does not belong to accused number 2. And how these numbers come to be in the phone book of the ex-girlfriend is another story, my lord. So my friend is quoting from the phone book of 505-7056 and wants to make a correlation with the calls made from 6890.
Yes, sir.
My lord, I am merely focusing on what was downloaded on the SIM card as per the evidence of Lieutenant Colonel House.
Is it on record there?
It is on record
They
on
show
this
your colleague,
document.
because you are.
I think he has the document, my lord.
So, what is the incorrect numbers you are talking about, Mr. Ramosepele? Show Mr. Sibanda.
Let's have
Those
a
My
look.
lord, I know where he's referring to, and I don't understand the incorrectness of what I'm doing here, because this is a phone book, and then it also corresponds with the calls that he made.
The cause that who made it? Who made it?
Accused number 2, or he received the data that was admitted, exhibit DD5. What I'm asking the witness at this stage is to identify this number as per this phone book, whether it was found on which phone number of which device. To me, it does not take the case further, because I'm looking at these numbers,
Which corresponded?
which correspond with what on section 205. And that's what we are doing. We're not saying the source of the calls is the number ending with 7056. I'm talking about the phone book.
Yes, my lord, but the phone book that he refers to, let me go to Annexure 3, which starts with cell number. It will say cell number is 27725057056. And then there's the index number, the name of the persons saved on the phone book, and their cellular numbers. Now, what my learned colleague is doing is to say 6890 received an SMS, made a call, received a call, and the like. And then, having done so, he then refers the witness to the phone book of 505, which is not the book, the phone book of 6890. That's my only gripe, my lord. I don't know why he says it's irrelevant which phone book is used, because this phone book specifically refers to 505-7056, not the 6890 number.
Yes, Mrs. Sibanda. What's the story now?
But if I may refer the court to page 3.
You know what? To simplify, just explain it to the witness. She's an expert. And then the witness will explain to Mr. Ramosepele. And then
Were
he
you
can
able
tell us
to-
that this expert is wrong.
Were you able to follow what the nature of the objection? Are you able to shed some light?
I'm trying to understand. So basically, this document has data for 6890, firstly. Secondly,
Sorry, ma'am, which document? Let's not say this document.
sorry.
I don't know what you mean.
this DD in brackets 5E Roman numeral 1.
Yes.
Okay, so this document reflects all the data for the number ending 6890. The numbers that I've read out, outgoing calls, incoming calls, and SMSs, would then refer to the numbers that are on this exhibit, but connecting that number to the ownership that was downloaded on this document. So in essence, what is the link that is, in my opinion, that is being made is that we are actually looking at these numbers on the other party or third party and linking them to the document DD5, and me just confirming what name that number belongs to on exhibit DD5.
My lord, I do fully, crystal clear, understand the explanation, but DD5, the annexure to DD5, the cell number is not 6890, it's 5057056. The names from which you confirm that, for example, 6750 belongs to Gogo, comes from the download of 5057056. You can confirm that.
May I ask a question?
My Lord, the witness is not. The witness is not under cross-examination as
No,
yet.
no, no, no. Let's hear the explanation from.
So, my question to you. So, are you saying DD in brackets 5, the details on this document have been downloaded from another phone that is not relevant here?
My point, exactly.
Is that the point?
But, my lord,
Yeah.
we are trying to establish in the line of questioning, again, in my opinion, we are just looking for who that number belongs to.
Which phones,
I have no idea which phones these been downloaded from. That's irrelevant to me. All I'm making a connection between is this number that reflects on the other party to the name and the number that reflects on this document.
Yes, Mr. Ramosepele, are you with me? Hey, oh, you still don't?
My Lord, I leave this to rest, except to say, my learned colleague should have laid the basis to say, where you refer to the names that relate to the numbers, calls made, text messages made, received, and otherwise, is extracted from the download of 505-7056, so that the whole picture is placed in front of court, not as if the 6890, this is the download from 6890. That was my only gripe, my Lord, but we may proceed. I'll make further arguments and I'll address that matter also in cross-examination.
Yes, yeah. Let's go.
Mr. Please, my Lord, I also want to refer my colleague to page 3
Page 3,
of Exhibit DD5 of Hobbes,
DD5.
wherein I will just give a short synopsis. He said the phone that was downloaded, it had 2 SIM cards.
Yeah, remember that.
Yes, and then the number that Mr. Ramosepele is referring to was also on that particular device that was recovered from accused number 2. And I will put the point there at rest there.
So that is the source of your information.
That is correct, my Lord.
You understand that now?
I understand that.
So, furthermore,
Also, you can proceed. I just want to take it.
is this one also to approach my colleague? Please.
May I approach accused?
Yes, yes, yes.
As the court pleases, my Lord, before we lay this matter to rest, we'll remember, if we refer to the first page of this annexure that they are referring to, the annexure to DD5, in my cross-examination of Lieutenant Colonel House, we then established that, in fact, what he has done, he has mixed up the numbers and the IMSIs. What was supposed to be Vodacom was made out as MTN and vice versa. So that context is important in respect of the source of the numbers where she refers to. Hence, I objected to the evidence, but the clarification now with the context that there are actually 2 sources. The one with the names is the download of 505-7056. The actual device that made, received calls and text and otherwise is 6890. That's the only clarification that I wanted to be made on record now. That's the court pleases.
Okay, yeah.
Furthermore, my Lord, will submit that this number ending with 7056, it does not belong to the girlfriend of accused number 2. It belongs to accused number 2 himself. And as far as I'm concerned, the number belonging to the girlfriend of ex-girlfriend of accused number 2, it ends with 1698.
That's a point of argument, because we had requested the RICA information from the state when we were still dealing with bank records regarding the 7056. To date, we haven't been finished with sale. So what is arguing is in vacuum.
So where do you get the number? That it is the
1698.
yeah 1698. That it
Exhibit
belongs
V-
to the girlfriend.
Exhibit VV1, my Lord.
Just show you, Leonard colleague. Show me.
That we acknowledge, my Lord.
So what is the argument about now?
We are arguing about 7056, my Lord. Remember, from day one, my Lord, our
But you
stance
see,
has always
where you
been.
differ with your Leonard colleague
Yes.
is that you insist or you say or state that that number is not the number of your client's ex-girlfriend.
The 072505. Remember,
It's
my
not. No,
lord,
no, I'm just quoting you.
my lord, there are two ex-girlfriends. There's Mutsidisi and there's Kilebukile. Those are two separate.
Okay, let's
people
find out.
Who is separate,
You're talking
separate
about
numbers.
any other girlfriend.
My lord, I did not know about any other girlfriend. I only know about Olebukeng Petani.
Yeah, you see.
So the one that is referring to the 1698 is the girlfriend Kilebukile.
Wait. Oh. How many girlfriends do you know of number 2? You, Mr. Sban.
I'm only talking about the information that is before me. I only know of one, my lord.
What's the name? What's the name of that?
Olebukeng Petani.
That's the only name you know.
That's the only name I know.
Now the other girlfriend is who?
The one is the one that we raised before, Mutsidisi, my lord.
So he's got two girlfriends,
Yes,
Mutsidisi
the
and Lebogang.
5057056 is
And they
Mutsidisi.
both communicated with your client.
Sorry, my lord.
There's two girlfriends, both communicated with your client using the number 6898. What's it, 6?
At different time periods. The other one is
But
from
they
2018.
the point is they
The other one
communicated.
is the latter. Yes, my lord. But at different time periods, my lord.
But he wants to claim, as I understand him, that he only has the number of Lebogang or Lebogile. Is that so?
Correct.
You don't have the other number of the other girlfriend.
I only see the
Matshidiso
number.
or who
Yes,
else?
that's correct.
My gripe is him placing it as a fact
That-
that 5057056 belongs to accused number 2, which we have denied ad nauseum.
Okay, fine. Yeah, let's go on.
Maybe let me ask the witness in this fashion. Maybe it will provide further clarity now. A phone with a dual SIM. Do you have any knowledge of its? How does it work?
Certainly. Give me just a second.
Buzo ukuthi uma kunefoni ekwazi ukuthatha ama-sim card amabili yazi ukuthi asebenza kanjani.
So in essence, a phone with dual SIMs have two IMEIs.
Kuthiwa ifoni ama-sim card amabili naye ama-IMEI amabili.
In the phone, there's a slot for each SIM card.
Manje la kule foni ke kunendawo yokuthi kungene lama-sim card amabili.
So in terms of your primary number, it would show you IMEI 1 with that SIM card being your primary number, SIM card 1.
Manje ke uma ukuthi sikhuluma nge-sim card yokuqala izokhombhala lapho ukuthi IMEI 1.
You can have two different SIM cards from two different networks
Ungakwazi-ke
inserted
ukuthi ufake
in one
kuma-
device.
Ungakwazi ukuthi ufake kumakhalekhukhwini owodwa ama-sim card aphuma-ke kuma-service provider ahlukene.
You can use your mobile data from two different networks, but you can only use one at a time.
Ngathi ungakwazi ukuthi usebenzise idatha evela kulama-service provider ahlukene kodwa ukwazi ukuthi wasebenzise omabili ngesikhathi esisodwa ukwazi ukusebenzisa eyodwa vo ngesikhathi esisodwa.
Okay.
Sorry, for my understanding, and when you want to interchange and use not the primary SIM card, the second one, if you must name it that.
Yes, then you have to go into your handset.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily have to take
Take
out
it
the
out,
SIM
yeah.
card.
What do you do?
You can then go on your settings and move over to the next SIM card with the second network, so to speak.
So uma ufuna ukusebenzisa lenye-ke ikhadi uyakwazi ukungena ngaphakathi nje usho la efonini ukuthi usofuna ukusebenzisa le esibili kuwukuthi awuzange uyikhiphe kumakhalekhukhwini.
And it doesn't necessarily follow that the serial number of the device changes. It doesn't change.
So remember, the device number is called the IMEI.
That's it, the IMI, yeah. fine.
So you would have, there would be IMEI 1 and IMEI 2.
True. Okay,
Yes.
because
So
you're
if
using
you
two
have
different
a-
SIM cards.
Yes, if you
Okay.
have a smartphone with the latest smartphones, you can actually go into your settings and view your IMEI 1 and IMEI 2.
Okay, Yeah, so what did you want to
Thank you,
establish?
my lord. So let me establish this. From that one device with 2 SIM cards, can I use, for instance, SIM card 1 to access the phone book on SIM card 2?
No. If you don't have the same numbers on both the SIM cards, you can't access the one from the other.
So ke uma ukuthi inamba ethize ihlele ku SIM card yesibili awukwazi ukusebenzisa iSIM card yokuqala ukuthi uyolunguza lapha ku SIM card yesibili ubone ukuthi inamba le oyifunayo yini.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
My lord, can we take the short adjournment? It's 11:43. I'm about to wrap up.
Okay, fine. 15 minutes break.
Family, apparently, Bongani Ntanzi's phone was a dual cell phone where he had 2 SIM cards in his cell phone. So hence now the confusion that is here about the cell phone numbers. So the number that the court focused on was one number that was in Ntanzi's phone, and the other number, they didn't focus on it that much. And this is the number that Attorney Ramosepele is saying it belongs to the other girlfriend. Please clarify me if maybe I did not get this correct or get this right. Please clarify me if maybe you understand what is happening in this case when it comes to Ntanzi's phone. Thank you so much, family, for watching this video to the end. Please like it before you leave and subscribe for my channel if you haven't done so yet. I love you. Thank you. Bye.